I've always thought the Champions League was overrated. Top 4, who needs that? Who needs the Champions League? I've always preferred the Europa League. I am a Europa League fanboy. I'm hoping that we would have finished 5th or 6th in Premier League this season, or to get into that elite comp. Okay, that's a lie. It's a lie. I would have preferred the Champions League. But with that dream getting slimmer and slimmer by the day, at this rate, it's looking very unlikely that we're going to achieve top 4 football this season. Our loss against Everton, Leicester's win last night against Man United just makes it look, it's going to take a bit of a miracle. We're going to have to win all 3 of our games and hope results go our way against Leicester, Chelsea and Liverpool. So we're sort of rooting for 3 teams to drop points as well as looking after our own. It just seems a little bit too much to get into the top 4 for West Ham this season. Doesn't mean it's disappointing or anything like that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that this is the situation they're in now. Europa League would still be magnificent, and while I joked I didn't prefer it to Champions League, I do still think it's a fantastic opportunity for the club. Hell, the Europa Conference League finishing 7th, I'm excited for as well. Any form of European football, as far as I'm concerned, huge success, and I'm looking forward to it. But there's been big calls last night and today that Man United should be punished for fielding a weakened side against Leicester City. Leicester obviously winning, which has given them the sort of made them favourites for the top 4 after their shaky form as well. 2 big games they've still got left, Leicester City though, against Chelsea and Tottenham, so they could easily have no more points this season, and that's where we have to capitalise. We have to look after our own results, get 9 points out of 9 and make sure that should Leicester or Chelsea mess up, should Liverpool mess up, that we are in there, that we take advantage of any slip up. Because I don't think Chelsea do play Leicester, but I don't think those 3 clubs will have really good results between now and then in the season. There will be an opportunity to capitalise on one of them. Which one it is, I don't know. One may not be enough. It might be that we overtake Leicester, but Chelsea and Liverpool finish ahead of us and we still don't get into the Champions League. We don't know, but all we can do is get 9 points out of 9 and wait and see what happens. But what we do know is 9 points out of 9 is good enough for the Europa League. That will get us 6 at least. Did a little prediction game. Some people said they'd done it. I asked a couple of times if I'd done it. I never really bothered because there's just far too much things, isn't there? There's form, there's injuries, there's suspensions, postponed fixtures these days as well, referee assignments. There's far too much things to take into consideration that you just don't know about. But to the best of my ability, there's no ability about that. It's a guessing game. I don't know why I'm pretending I've had to sit and work it out or anything. I literally just bashed in some score predictions and click next and done it again. To the best of one's guessing game, I have us winning all 3 games because I feel that we should. I think Brighton's got a bit weaker with no Lewis Dunk, Neil Mopai. Declan Rice is back. Then we play West Brom and Southampton with nothing to play for. I expect 9 points out of 9, so I did that. However, it still had us finishing 6. I had Liverpool going into 4th, Chelsea 3rd, and Leicester dropping down into 5th. But more fun, it had us going into match day 38 against Southampton. 1 game to play. It had us 2 points above Tottenham. We were 6th, Tottenham were 7th. We were 2 points clear. So if we won, we were guaranteed 6th place. And Tottenham couldn't catch us regardless of how their results went. That would be good, wouldn't it? I think I'd enjoy that. I think I'd enjoy the excitement knowing that if we win, we push Tottenham into that sort of European competition that they probably won't want to be in, the Europa Conference League. And at the start of the season, you said to us, match day 38, you go into a game against Tottenham. Well, you don't play Tottenham, you go against Southampton, but should you win, you beat Tottenham to that Europa League spot. We'd have ripped your arm off for that. Tottenham might have been a bit disappointed with the European competition, but the fact is against West Ham as well, we probably made them angry. But that's the situation we're in. So 6th place is my prediction for West Ham between now and the end of the season, where we'll finish up against Southampton, and I think it would be a magnificent achievement, really. Anyway, Man United thing. I know I went off on a tangent, but it happens. Man United have been getting sort of called into question for the team selection last night. Trevor Sinclair, one of the sort of the more prominent voices, saying that they should be punished for what they've done. And obviously there's teams that have been punished in the past. And Wolves have been punished. I think David Moyes might got punished at Sunderland for doing it, where they have rotated the players, they have put out a weakened team, and it calls into question the integrity of the Premier League. And I guess through the rule book, which is you must field your strongest 11 every game, there is a rule that suggests that it should be. However, from a football fan, and I'm taking off my claret and blue specs here, I don't understand what they've done wrong. As far as I see it, Man United have got 3 games in 6 days. Ollie has picked his team that's best suited to last night. He's rested his players, he's protected his players, and he's done exactly what I'd expect of any manager, he's basically looking after his team. He's got the Europa League final in 2 or 3 weeks. He's got to make sure he's got his first 11 out for that. He's got to make sure Bruno Fernandes is 100% fit and ready to go. Not just him, but you know what I mean, every player. He's well within his right. He's got a registered 25-man squad plus the youngsters, and he's using it to the best of his ability. That's a manager's job. A manager's job is to manage the squad throughout the season for 38 matches in order to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve between August and May. Simple as that. Who you pick, how you pick them, how you get there, doesn't really matter. You've got a job. That is your job, to manage the squad. And I just think that's exactly what he's done. He's put out his good team against Villa. They've won the game. Last night he decided, no, I'm rotating it. I'm protecting my main players. I'm putting these guys out, getting them a bit of a chance. It's not worked. They got beat. And then Thursday, tomorrow night, they play Liverpool. We don't know what team he'll put out, but I'd imagine it'll be a bit of a mix. And why shouldn't he do that? They've done what they need to do for 35 matches or whatever it is, and that is get into second place. They can't catch City. They could all, but they wouldn't catch City. They won't be caught by third. They're stuck in second with a much more important game coming up in 2 or 3 weeks' time. He's well within his right to protect those players like Bruno Fernandes and put the other players out. And it wasn't like he put out the kids, okay? This wasn't Liverpool in the FA Cup. No, sorry, Villa in the FA Cup. Now, they did it through COVID. I am aware of that. But he didn't put out the youngsters. Mason Greenwood up front, one of the brightest prospects in the country. Mata in behind him. Then on the wings he had 2 youngsters who are highly regarded. You'd expect to have good careers in the Premier League. Matic and Van der Beek in centre midfield. Bally at the back, decent defence as well. David De Gea and goal. It wasn't even a poor team, it wasn't the kids. So I just don't understand this uproar towards Man U. If West Ham were in a similar situation, if West Ham were 10th, right, and we couldn't finish in the European places, we can't get relegated, we were going into our final 3 games, finishing between 8th and 12th, I'd be hoping to see David Moyes' blood, the likes of Mipo Debeko, Connor Coventry, play Ben Johnson every game and right back to give Vladimir Sufal time off ahead of the Euros. I'd want to see the youngsters put out there. This Frederic Alves, the centre back we signed in January, I'd like to see him play and get a Wada out who's been a bit injured. Declan Rice is 100% fit. Don't risk him then. Take him out, let him get fit for the Euros and play Connor Coventry. And that is what I would see as Moyes managing his squad. And that's what Ollie's done. He's managed his team. I don't understand at all why Man U should be dropped. Well, the rule book, the rules state you have to play your strongest 11. But who's to say what his strongest 11 is? Is it his best players? No. But it might be his best players that are fully fit for the game. Man City at the weekend, Manchester City at the weekend against Chelsea. Obviously that impacted West Ham. They did 9 changes. 9 changes they did between that and the game against PSG in Champions League semi-final. No issue there. So no issue with City doing 9 changes, but there's an issue with Man United doing 10. And it just doesn't add up to me. Let the managers manage their squad, and so be it. Does it impact West Ham negatively? Of course it does. Leicester's just won. We probably won't get Champions League football now. But it's not because of that. It's not because Man United rotate the squad. It's because we dropped points against Everton and Newcastle. If we won them, we'd be above Leicester City at the minute. We'd be looking like we're going to qualify for the Champions League. But we didn't win them. We lost them. So we're sitting where we are in the league. I don't know. I don't know why I'm ranting as if I'm a Man United fan. It's because it just frustrates me, I guess, a little bit. And also that this fixture congestion is a consequence of the game that got called off against Liverpool, the fan protest. And before anyone says it, I'm not saying I support people chucking beer and that steward or whatever it was had to cut under his arm. I'm not supporting that. But what I was supporting and am supporting was the Man United fans, not just Man United but Chelsea as well, not the Tottenham one because there were only about 5 people turned up, but those protests by Man United fans and Chelsea fans where they turned up outside the ground to make their voices heard about the European Super League, fair play to them. Was it too far getting a game postponed? I don't know, that's up to you as an individual to decide. And that, as far as I'm concerned, I thought they'd done a protest, done it well, apart from the minority that caused violence of course. And as a consequence, there is now fixture congestion, which has forced Ollie's hand. As a West Ham fan, is it disappointing? Of course it is, because our Champions League hopes have got slimmer. But Europa League is well and truly on the cards. That is on our hands. And with 3 games to go, it's a magnificent achievement. We've got Declan Rice back for the Brighton game, hopefully. Fingers crossed and all that. And I'm looking forward to it. You know, I'll be doing a preview with Gonzo tomorrow as well, so that'll be up on the channel tomorrow night. But anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Champions League, meh, it was always just a dream, weren't it? But Europa League, I'll be dreaming in the summer of what European teams we're going to play next season. Should we finish 5th or 6th? Let's hope we finish in one of those positions and we don't drop down to 8th. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like on it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll be back tomorrow night with Gonzo, looking ahead to the Brighton game and hopefully the return of Declan Rice. Catch you in a bit.